Hey, we're in Napa Valley, California at the O'Brien Winery Estate.
Yeah, let's go drink some wine.
We got a chance to sit down with Jason Craig, the O'Brien Estate's wine ambassador, to discuss the history behind Napa Valley and California wines.
In 1976 was when everything broke open for the Napa Valley. There was a blind tasting in Paris. And in the blind tasting in Paris, they invited a few winemakers over, and there were a lot of California wines that were in that. Two of them notable wines that won that blind tasting in Paris. One of them was Chateau Montelena and their 1973 Chardonnay. The second wine, and this is the one that really kind of breaks it open for Napa, is the 1973 Stag's Leap Cabernet. Ronald Reagan was the president at that point. At this point, once we won that blind tasting, he loved bringing California wine everywhere he went to share with everybody he could.
Next, we spoke to the master behind the chemistry of winemaking.
So my name's Mark Davis. I'm the winemaker here at O'Brien Estate in Oak Knoll of Napa Valley. Just hanging out on this nice, sunny, windy day.
So you're kind of the mad scientist behind closed doors. What is your favorite type of wine that you make here?
So here we focus mostly on the Bordeaux style. So we've got Merlot, Cabernet Sauv, Sauvignon, and Cab Franc. I actually love Pinot Noir. Has always been my favorite type of wine. So I sort of do that on the side here, but O'Brien Estate's wines are awesome.
Oh man.
The Merlot is probably I think it's one of the best Merlots in California.
I think I'm drinking it right now. It's
You are.
awesome. Yeah, it's really wonderful.
A lot of people will come in here and be like, I'm not really a big Merlot fan. And then we'll pour it for them. They're like,
This is great.
wait, this is Merlot?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I blame Sideways. I blame Paul Giamatti.
You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but now it's time for tasting.
So what I'm going to start you off with right now is our Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
And the Sauvignon Blanc is 100% Sauvignon Blanc. We're not mixing it with any other grapes. And again, all of these grapes we grow here on the 40-acre parcel. This is our 2015 vintage.
So I'm kind of an amateur at this.
Sure.
But I have, citrus notes, tangerine, a little bit of lemon. Could you tell me where notes come from and what constitutes the notes? Is it a scent? Is it flavor?
When we talk about notes and we talk about sensory memory, all of these things that we're discussing has a lot to do with whether or not you and I are agreeing on the same things. So it's not in the wine. We're not putting lemons in the wine. We're not putting fruit in the wine. The grape itself that we produce, all these different varietals of Sauvignon Blanc, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, they're all very complex fruits. All of these things end up becoming these different aromas and these different flavors. And what we do is we try to find a commonality so that you and I can have a conversation. So you and I have both had a lemon.
Yeah, once or twice.
I've had a lemon.
Uh-huh.
I know what that tastes like. So when I smell this, and I smell like I just cut through a lemon, and then so I invite you to do the same. And if you can agree with me, yes, I get lemon peel on this, then that's the conversation. That's us being able to agree on a flavor that we both had before in the past. It's not in the wine, it's just what we're using to be able to have a dialogue. But being able to have that conversation, you become more attuned to those different flavors. And if you like those flavors, you probably like the wine.
So we're here with beautiful people right now drinking nice wine on the O'Brien Estate. So what brings you back to the O'Brien Winery?
What I love about the winery is that you come here and you're one of 3 parties here, so it's kind of nice. It's very low-key, super chill. The wine is really good.
For me, it's all about the experience. You're one of just a few people, so it's a very select crowd, and it gives you the opportunity to really enjoy the wine, the ambiance, and
enjoy the company you came with. Yeah.
And let's be honest, is the wine enjoyable?
it's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It is the best, yeah.
It's a California wine, but it has a very European aspect to it. It's got fruit forwardness, but from the actual.
You sound like you know what you're talking
Fruit
about.
forward.
That was a great.
Yeah, wow.
Like,
It's got fruit forward.
forward.
Notes
Oh
notes
my
of
God.
autumn. You know, as I've been walking around this winery, there's so many awesome things, but there's this machine here that I've seen all around. I just can't figure out what it is. I figured it was maybe some sort of heater or something. Can you describe to me what this machine is and what it does?
A lot of people are like, hey, what are the fans for? That's exactly what it is. It's just a large fan.
It's a fan.
If you look up there, you'll see that it's actually a V8 engine. What you're doing is cold air is going to stay close to the ground. And the warmer the air is, it's going to be a little bit higher. So when it gets to be close to freezing, and these vines are just starting to pop out. It's what we call bud break. When they're just starting to grow, there's little fuzzy bumps along the cordons. If those freeze and break off, you're done.
For the whole season?
For the whole
you can't
season,
grow anything.
you're done. Yeah. So it's a big concern.
We're talking about California wines. What is your favorite wine that O'Brien does and why?
The Merlot for sure.
And that's what we're drinking right now.
Yeah, because it is literally 100% Merlot, which I guess I learned here that is rare.
I'm not a big Merlot person, but they do it right. And the Seduction is awesome because it's truly a blend of a lot of their best grapes.
What's going on at the winery at this point in time? I mean, it's April right now, about to be May. What are you guys doing with the grape plants? Like, what's going on here at the vineyard?
So looking at the vines right now, you can kind of see that they're in a very early stage of their growth. The bud set won't happen for another month or two. When I say bud set, it has to go through a process of these small items right here turning into tiny flowers.
You know, I heard on this trip that stressing the grape could be good for the wine. What necessarily does that mean, and how do you stress a grape?
So stressing the grapes comes at that point when you're basically telling the vines that this could be the last moment of their life. And that's when they put the most energy that they have into producing the grapes. If they're left unchecked and they're lazy and they can do whatever they want and they just grow randomly, then you're not going to get a lot of quality berries.
Really, yeah.
That's going to make for good wine.
Because they're almost like, my life's easy, why should I try so hard? Like, almost,
Exactly.
you know, like, but
Yeah.
once you start to take away some of the water or something, they're like, hey, we really need to try and reproduce.
It's about concentration.
Gotcha.
It's about concentrating that power into the berry and also getting it into a place where it thinks it needs to reproduce.
That's absolutely cool.
It's a small winery, which is what I always wanted to work at. Because as you get to the larger ones, your role in actually making the wine there's a disconnect.
Yeah, totally.
You know, here there's me and one other dude. We're doing all of the winemaking.
You're in control.
Our hands touch every single wine that you drink here. All right, this is a product that was made by my hands, and people get to enjoy it, and that's just that's the coolest thing in the world to me, anyway.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
So you're not in the back with a great big vat stomping the grapes?
There are days where I've stomped bins
Awesome.
before.
Yes.
So, and I mean, I'm in a tank with barefoot shoveling out grape skins that we're sending to the press, and that's what this is right here.
Exactly. I really wish everybody out there can have the experience I had. Your hospitality has been wonderful. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. You're incredibly knowledgeable, and I've learned so much from you.
You guys are more than welcome. I really enjoyed you guys being here. I mean, we had a lot of fun. So next time you guys come back, make sure you guys give me a call.
Oh, absolutely, my friend.
Cheers.
Yeah, to the next glass.